WLWT News 5, leading the way.
Lawsuits filed by about 100 former patients of a fugitive doctor from Ohio appear to have new life. Thanks for staying with us at 4:30. I'm Ashley Kirkland.
Yeah, and good afternoon to you. I'm Cherie Palolo. So it's a case that Mike Dardis and I did a series of stories and investigations on several years ago. Dr. Atik Durrani is accused of performing unnecessary surgeries on hundreds of patients. The spine doctor from Mason left the country for Pakistan after facing federal charges for health care fraud. WLWT News 5's anchor Mike Dardis joining us with today's major developments. And this is what these patients have been so afraid of because it's been held up in court and they were afraid they weren't going to continue to be able to continue their lawsuits.
Cherie, Ashley, it's hard to believe how far back some of these cases go. Well over a decade, guys. Dr. Durrani took off for Pakistan back in 2013 to avoid federal prosecution. These cases involving dozens and dozens of former patients, they were in jeopardy because of a lawsuit deadline. But today, in a 4-3 decision, the Ohio Supreme Court rules that the cutoff date to file a medical malpractice lawsuit can now be extended if a doctor flees the state within that 4-year lawsuit deadline. So many of these former Durrani patients have physical injuries that will never heal. Others have since died. Cherie and I first got involved in these stories about 5 years ago. Many of the former patients would meet together once a month in meeting halls discussing their legal strategies with the attorney Eric Dieters. Here's what a few of them had to say back in 2018, back in February of that year, as they became more and more frustrated each day.
Angrier.
Why?
Because I'd like to tell my story. I'd like to get it out, and I'd like people to know what in the hell he did to me.
He's hurt a lot of people. A lot of people. And, you know, every time I get on the Facebook or something, you know, there's somebody else that's died.
Millions of dollars honestly couldn't pay for my health care for the rest of my life, let alone what they've taken from me.
And that was in February of 2018. There were more than 300, believe it or not, Durrani patients in all, accusing the fugitive doctor of performing these unnecessary surgeries. Many sued the doctor and the hospitals that he was allowed to perform the procedures at. Many cases have been decided in court or settled out of court. And now the big news today, about 100 more can go forward with that deadline being extended, guys.
I know that's some sort of relief for these patients. Obviously, their lives are forever changed by this act from this doctor.
They felt like they were the little guy and they didn't have a voice. And
They were.
And we stumbled across one of the stories, Ashley, back about 5 years ago. And once we did one, I remember Cherie coming back that day and saying, oh my gosh, there's hundreds more of these people.
Yeah, because you hit the nail on the head, Ashley. They feel like the little guy, you know, and Mike, that people attorneys wouldn't take their case because they're fighting big hospitals with very deep pockets. And finally, settlements started coming in. But so many of these patients, Mike, as you're saying about the 100 that are left over,
Yep.
They just want some sort of financial compensation because their lives have been forever changed.
And the money is just this. It's
Right.
a little blip on what really matters in their lives now. But I wouldn't change a thing. I'm glad that we got to shine a light on this. And here we go. Years later, it continues. We'll see you a little bit 5 o'clock with
All
more.
right, Mike, thanks so much.
Right, switching gears for us now, and I want to give you a live look over downtown